Hello everyone, this is Life with Kimsey, and today I am cooking the most gigantic fish I've ever seen with my eye. And I saw this today and I was just really going to the market to buy something else, but when I saw it I was like, you know what, I am definitely buying this, and it's just really worth every penny, right? So this is called a catfish. This is catfish, and we have already thoroughly cleaned it and it's not slippery anymore, right? And I'm just going to use it for barbecue. So first of all, I'm going to cut off the fins and then start cutting it up everywhere else where I'm supposed to cut, right? So definitely guys, this is the recipe to definitely try. And if you are a fan of catfish barbecue, I am so glad that you're watching this, because this is just the best video you're gonna watch. And my recipe for this is really well detailed. Okay, it's already clean right now and we are ready to go, right? This thing is like so gigantic. It's from my head to up to my hip, right? That's how long it is, and it is so heavy. I am so sure that this fish is probably more than 6 kg, because it is like very big, and the camera is not even really doing justice to this, right? So guys, if you have to make a catfish barbecue, so you can actually use the same recipe for croaker fish, for your melusa fish, for Titus fish, and any other fish that you have in mind, and definitely also tilapia fish, right? So this is already what it looks like now, and I'm just gonna start cutting it up now for the spices, so that we can actually like spice it up and season it and make sure that all the spices really penetrate inside the skin, because it has so much flesh. So I was actually telling my husband that I have to actually put extra salt, extra seasoning, because the fish is like so gigantic, right? So this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna put some strips on it, just like this, right? Just across the fish on both sides, so that I make sure that all my spices go in very well. Guys, like if you've never made catfish barbecue before, it's actually nothing to really write home about. It's just making sure that you have your seasoning right and all your ingredients, and definitely get the best fish with enough flesh. So if you want to make this, you need to really make sure that you use fish that has enough flesh. I don't really know how people use catfish barbecue and do catfish barbecue, and they use like all those tiny fish, and I'm just like, you know what, it just looked like a waste of time to me, right? So this is how you do it, and I'm just gonna put all the ingredients that I use on the description box. Make sure that you watch, you like, and you comment. Please make sure, if you're not following me or you have not subscribed to my channel, this is an opportunity for you to do so, because listen, I bake, I cook anything that you can ever think of. So the seasoning of today is fish seasoning from this lasso, right? This fish seasoning is just the perfect seasoning for this, because it is particularly for a fish, right? So definitely I am not gonna be off balance. Like everything is just gonna be nice and well seasoned, and it's gonna taste so great. Because like I normally see people using beef seasoning for fish, and I'm like, what are you doing? Rather, if you don't have fish seasoning, the best thing you can do, just go in with your natural herbs, your garlic, your ginger, and everything, salt, black pepper, and the likes. Okay, so really about fish, you don't really have to go overboard, especially with spices, because you really still want to preserve that fish taste. So that's about it, guys. And now I'm gonna leave this to marinate and just to get into the fish well, maybe for like 30 minutes before I start with my sauce. All right, so this is just about it, and you can just really do the same thing, even if you have a quantity of 10, 5, or whatever number it is. You just make sure that first you rub on your fish spice, right, before you go in with any. Let me just assume you don't really have any fish spice. I think the best thing to do is just to go with all these natural spices like Benny spices or any other spices. But guys, please make sure you don't really like put beef seasoning or any other strong seasoning, because you don't really want to take that fish taste off balance, right? So guys, this is about it, and I am so excited, because this is like the first time I'm actually doing catfish barbecue on camera. Okay, look at how long this is, guys. Really so scary. When I saw this, I was actually almost running away. So now I am starting my prep now, right? So this is my full paper, and I've already put it in my oven tray, and I'm just gonna put my fish inside like this. Right, so because this fish is so long, normally when I'm doing catfish barbecue, this tray can contain 4 pieces of fish. So these are my ingredients that I'm going to use to just start the sauce now. So definitely your rainbow peppers, that's your green, yellow, and red. And this is the seasoning. These are all the seasoning that I'm using. Right, like I said, just always try and keep it natural. Okay, so this is it, guys. So in your frying pan, you heat your oil. Right, it can be any oil of your choice: sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, or any other choice, so definitely you're gonna start up with some onions, right? Make sure that you fry them until they are transparent. Right, after you fry your onions, then you can definitely now put in your green pepper, yellow pepper, and red pepper together. If you don't have green pepper or yellow pepper, you can just really just use your onions and just go in with the tomatoes and right. So really, because probably like some people don't really have access to the rest of the ingredients that I have, don't just try and be like, okay, because Kim said you should use this and that. Just work with what you have, guys. Normally, if you know how to really make any nice sauce, it doesn't have to be like exactly the way I'm doing it. If you just know how to make a sauce, or you just have any favorite sauce that you like, you can actually make that sauce and rub it onto your fish and just use your full pepper and cover it up. So this is actually blended pepper, right? This is blended pepper, blended chilies, guys, right? So I have already fried my onions and my green pepper and my red pepper and my yellow pepper, right? So, and now I'm going in with my red pepper, right? This is like chilies, like hot chilies. So this is also just for the color, so that I make sure that it's a bit red, right, before I now start with my seasoning. Now this is the seasoning that I'm using for my sauce. Like, remember I said I'm making sauce on the side first, so I'm definitely gonna go in with those cubes. Right, after the cubes, I'm gonna put some paprika. What is fish without paprika? I normally like paprika, guys, particularly because of the color more than the taste. For me, it's the color more than the taste. And then curry, and I'm also going in with curry, right? And the reason why you have to go with curry, because it just balances, that thyme and curry flavor inside catfish barbecue is like the bomb. That's like the star of the fish. So now I'm definitely gonna use some black pepper, right? If you can use also white pepper if you have, but I like using this black pepper for especially meat. If I'm cooking meat or fish or chicken, right, I definitely always put my black pepper, and then some Himalaya salt. I always prefer using this one because it's just like really healthier than the other salt. So there it is. Now I'm just mixing this together, and I'm just gonna leave it to boil for a while before I start with my fish process, right? So definitely, guys, like I said, you can definitely go in with your own flavors. Use your own flavors and use what works for you. This is like completely optional. This is like really my own thing. Like, I'm just really doing my own thing right now because I really like all these dried onions, and I always put them in everything. But honey, I'll tell you something. You need to actually add honey, and you need to actually add your ketchup, right? This will now balance the salt. This will now balance all the flavors, and it will just bring that sweetness to your sauce, right? And that sweetness, trust me, when it hits that fish, man, it's another story. It really changes the game altogether, right? So after this, you make sure that you put your ginger and your garlic. So this is blended ginger and garlic together, like raw, and then we pounded it. And I'm also gonna just put a little bit of dry ginger, because I really love ginger so much. But if you don't have ginger and garlic, you can actually do away with it. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. Now I am just marinating my fish now, and this is just like looking so sticky and everything, and that is the whole point, right? This is just like really the whole point. I don't know if you've ever eaten catfish barbecue If maybe you're watching this from South Africa or from any southern part of Africa, you are probably wondering what in the history is happening here. Guys, this is really how it is done in West Africa, and it is so yummy. You should actually give it a try, because all the ingredients that I listed here, you can actually get them from any supermarket worldwide. All right, so just give this a try. I don't know how you make your fish, if you're making barbecue particularly, but guys, this really like beats those taste buds. It doesn't matter where you're from. Once you taste this, you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm always gonna make this. So now I'm gonna cover this up and leave it in the oven to grill for like 30 minutes before I check on it, because definitely it's gonna cook so well, and it's gonna bring out a lot of water, right? But that water, you can actually keep that water for something else. But guys, let me just show you after some time what this came out like. So you really need to make sure that you seal your foil paper, because like I said, it's gonna bring out a lot of water. And now it's time for it to grill. Right now I have left it and I've come to check on it. This is like after 30 minutes. You can already see the steam from the oven. Like I said, remember the water, voila, the fish is already done. Guys, this is so yummy. It tastes more yummier than it looks, right? It is so yummy, packed with flavors. Oh my goodness, even the scent in the kitchen right now, my goodness, I wish you guys can really like sense this, because of the green pepper and the yellow pepper, right? So like they also really like bring this intense flavor and intense scent in the kitchen. So this is it, guys. Please make sure you follow me, you like my stuff, and you comment. I'll see you on my next video, and I hope you learned something today. And love, Kimi, signing out. Mwah.